everyone. Hope you are good and be happy always. And today we will discuss budget line. Why budget line? It's very simple and we will have to discuss it in case of our consumers equilibrium with the help of indifference curve. So budget line. What is budget line? Budget line is simply the line which shows the budget of the consumer. Whatever income you are given or whatever income you have, that shows your budget line. The line which shows your budget is budget line. And why it is known as price line also? Because it shows the price of those commodities which you can buy with your given constant income. Right. So let's see the definition first. What is that? It is a line which shows all possible combinations. That means the different combinations of two goods. We will discuss only combinations of two goods. Okay, a consumer can buy with his income at given prices. So what is important over here? Combinations, income and the given price. So here we will discuss all possible combinations which a person can buy with his given income, which is constant, and price of those goods which he can buy, right? So in this section or in this portion we will discuss the budget set, attainable and non-attainable points, slope of price line or the budget line, shifting of budget line or the price line, and rotation of budget line or the price line. Let's start with our example of our definition. That is the income which a consumer is having. In our example is, let's say it's 100 rupees. The income is constant, it is given and it will remain constant within your curve, right? So here we have the income of rupees 100 and the price of X commodity. And here the X commodity, what we have taken, notebook. For a student, notebook and pen are very important. So I have taken example of notebook and pen. So here the X commodity is the X commodity is notebook and the price of per notebook is rupees 20 for one notebook. And the price of Y commodity that we have taken as pen is rupees 10 per pen. So if a person is having the income of 100 or the pocket money of 100 as a student, he can either buy, if he buys only one commodity, if he spends the entire amount of rupees 100 on purchase of notebooks only, he is not buying any amount of pen, so he will spend the entire amount on notebooks only. He can purchase with that only 5 units of notebook. And in another case, if he spends the entire amount on purchase of pen, he will buy 10 units of pen. Here we have taken this. If he buys X commodity only, then he will buy 0 amount of Y commodity, that is 0 pen, no pen that means. And if he buys only Y commodity, that is only pen, he will buy 10 units of pen and 0 units of notebook. And here we have taken the extreme cases as 10 and 5, and by joining these points we get the price line or the budget line. This is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. This is your price line, right? This is your what? I am writing as PL. Price line or the budget line. Okay, and here these are the different combinations A, B, C, D that are available to us with given income and the price of those two commodities. Here, right? So budget set. What is budget set? This is our budget set. In between these two extreme points, a person can have different combinations, like he can either buy 8 units of pen and here he can buy 1 unit of your notebook. That means 1 is 20 rupees and 20 plus 80 rupees. That means 100 rupees all money is spent. See, there is one other assumption that he spends his entire amount on the purchase of these two commodities, right? And then we have combination B where he purchases 6 units of pen and your 2 units of notebook. That means 2 into 20, that's 40 rupees and 60 rupees. That means again 100 rupees are spent. And in the same manner we have C and D combination in which entire amount is spent. So this is his budget set, right? Then attainable and non-attainable combinations of or the points. What are attainable points? That means a person which he can attain, which is feasible for him. So what are the attainable combinations? A, B, C, D, because they lie on the price line. And if Any combination which is lying under this price line is also attainable, like point E. It is attainable by consumer. But if any point which lies outside this area is unattainable. Take for example F. This is unattainable or non-feasible combination of commodities which a person with given amount of income, that is rupees 100 over here, he cannot buy this amount. So this region which is under this is known as the attainable or feasible region, and this is known as unattainable region, right? This is attainable, A for attainable, and this is unattainable, right? This is attainable, unattainable, and this whole region is unattainable for a person, right? Then what is slope of a budget line or the price line slope? That is simply the exchange ratio, like your marginal rate of substitution or MRS, right? So what is your exchange ratio? That means the rate at which you can exchange your Y commodity or X commodity with another commodity, right? So here, if we want to get one more unit of X commodity, how many units of Y commodity we have to sacrifice? That is simply your exchange rate. Here, when you want to get one more unit from this point A, you are at point A suppose, and you want to get one more unit of notebook or X commodity, then how many units of X commodity you will have to sacrifice? Take for example, for this you will have to sacrifice 2 units. Here 2 units of X commodity to get one more unit of 2 units of Y commodity, get one more unit of X commodity. This is X axis, this is Y axis. So here, what is the change in your Y commodity? That is delta Y. You are decreasing the units of your pen to buy one more unit of notebook. So what is the decrease? 2 units. That is minus 2. And what is the increase? That is 1 unit only. So that is 2 by 1. Or here we can say delta Y by delta X. This is your slope of budget line or the price line, right? This is what? Slope of budget line or the price line. This is very simple. This is exchange ratio. That means minus delta Y by delta X. This is your slope of price line. Now we will discuss shifting and rotation. What is shifting? That means moving from one place to another. That is shifting. If I shift this pen is kept here, I'm shifting it towards this place. Okay, so this is shifting. Keep placing from one place to another. Okay, so here shifting. If suppose this is your initial price line, this is my price line. Suppose this is A, B, and this is my price line, initial price line. Now, if my income increases, if in any case I get 200 rupees, now in that case, my price line will shift towards right. Whenever you shift towards right, that means your income is increasing. So in case of increase of income, your price line will increase towards right, and this is shifting towards right. Now in case of increase, IN for increase. Now if your income decreases from 100, say your income decreases to 50 rupees, now your price line will shift towards left. This is right, R for right and L for left. In case of decrease, your price line will shift. So this is A dash, B dash. This is your, in case of increase, the price line will shift towards right. And in case of decrease, your price line will shift towards left. And this is A dash dash and B dash dash. You can say B2 or whatever you want to write over here. This is shifting towards right and towards left. In case of increase, right. In case of decrease, it is left. Now, the rotation. Rotation happens in case when price of only one commodity increases or decreases, right? In case if the price of any commodity decreases, we take initial price line. Here we have initial price line is AB, right? Suppose here the price of your X commodity decreases, and you know when price of any commodity decreases, what do? You buy more of that commodity. When the price of, take for example our notebook notebook. NB for notebook, I'm writing only abbreviated forms because it will take lesser time for us to discuss the questions. Here, NB for notebook. Initial price of notebook was 20 rupees per unit. Take for example, the price of notebook decreases to 10 rupees. Rupees 10 per unit. Okay, per notebook you can say. Now what will happen? You can buy more of your notebooks. Now your price line, what will happen? See, here you have to take one assumption that price of Y commodity remains constant. Here Y is not increasing, right? Here Y is not, the price of Y is not decreasing or increasing, it's constant. Only price of X is decreasing. Decreasing, and you are buying more of X. So what will happen? More of X means here you were buying 5 units and now you can buy the double amount of that, and 10 units you can buy. So what will happen? Your price line will rotate towards right. Okay, so this is rotation of price line when your price of X commodity is decreasing. In case the price of X commodity increases, then the price line will rotate towards left. Okay, now if the price line, now if the price of Y commodity decreases, now you can buy double the amount of, or whatever increased amount of Y commodity, and your price line will rotate in this direction here towards your Y axis. So here it was say suppose 10 units, and now you can buy 20 units of pen in case the price of pen decreases from rupees 10 per unit to rupees 5 per unit. So it's very clear to you. Shifting means the whole price line shifts towards right or left, and rotation means the price of only one commodity decreases and it may either rotate towards right or left. Okay, very clear. Now we can discuss our equilibrium of consumer with the help of price line. How? What is the condition of equilibrium of consumer when price line is given and indifference curve is given? There are two conditions. Number one is your Marner rate of substitution. Okay, Marner rate of substitution, MRS, should be equal to the slope of the price line. And what was the slope of the price line? That is price of two commodities, or the delta X, that is delta Y by delta X. Okay, or it should be equal to P Y by P X. Okay, this is very simple now. So here, what is the Marner rate of substitution? Minus 2 by 1. And what is Py by Px? Py. What's Px by Py? It's Px by Py. Sorry for confusion. Here, so what is your Px by Py? Here, what is Px? Rupees 20 per unit. And here, what is this Py? It is rupees 10 per unit. So 10 ones are 10 and 10 twos are 20. So it is 2 by 1 is equal to 2 by 1, and here both are equal. At any given point here, the slope of price line is constant. Why? Because the Marner rate of substitution is same throughout, and the price is constant, change is constant. So here, the point at which any point you can discuss here, if we draw an indifference curve, and here this is IC or the indifference curve, at any point where this IC curve is tangent to your price line. And the second condition is it should be tangent. Your IC curve should be tangent to price line, or simply it should touch the price line at that point, and here the consumer can attain his equilibrium. And what is the equilibrium of a consumer? An optimum position where the consumer gains maximum satisfaction. So we have discussed our price line. It simply is a line which shows the price of two commodities which a consumer can buy with a given income. And what is price line? It is a line which shows all possible combinations of goods which consumer can buy with a given income and the price of two commodities. And we have discussed the budget set. What is budget set? The schedule or the table which shows the different combinations of two commodities which a person can buy. Here the shifting we have discussed towards right and the left. When income increases, shifting will happen, and the price, when the price decreases or increases, rotation will happen. So here shifting is the phenomena of income, right, and rotation is the phenomena of price of two commodities which are given. So it's very clear. Now you can understand it very easily, and for any further queries you can just send the comments and we'll be more than happy to answer them. And keep watching our videos, keep sharing them, and keep discussing the topics and keep sharing them. Thank you so much.